This video is going to be aimed mostly at my fellow realtors. A lot of people know that most of my business comes from referrals and open houses. So today I'm kind of pretty much going to break down exactly what I do to prepare for my open houses, what I bring with me, what I bring as handouts for people that stop by, and just some of the things that I do to create as much value as I can for people that stop by my open houses. So this one's for the realtors. Hey everybody, all right, let's jump into it. So like I said in the beginning, most of my business comes from open houses and referrals. I just do better. In person, I really kind of suck out loud trying to sell over the phone. I did cold calling for a little over a year and a half, and one sale came out of it, so not too proud of that. So let's jump into some of the things that I always take with me, and then towards the end of the video, I'll talk about some of the things that I don't always take with me, but I do when it's a special occasion. So the first thing that I always bring with me, for sure, always, is an iPad. A lot of people that go to open houses, they'll see that they always see a sign-in sheet with a pencil or a pen. When they come inside, they say, hey, if you don't mind, if you can just sign in for security purposes. The seller is having everyone sign in. So then you have to pick up a pencil and you have to write your name and your email and whatnot. I always take my iPad. Number one, it's going to help you stand out from people, because a lot of realtors actually, when I go to visit some open houses, sometimes they don't have these, or they have like a very small little mini tablet to sign in, which is fine as long as you have something that's a screen, something that people can actually type on. So I take my iPad Pro and I have it with a little pad keyboard so they can touch it easily. And some of the things that I have on my iPad are stats about the market. So I hope you can see this. I always have up-to-date stats on the market in general, like on a macro level as a nation, and also I have stats on a more micro level, like things that have to do with the city where I'm from, in Redlands. So I take always with me on my iPad things that have to do with interest rates, if it's a buyer or is a seller's market, the average price of appreciation for a home. Letting people know, what they're going to be paying for if they buy a home now versus if they buy a home, if they keep waiting and waiting like they have been doing, if they buy a home near Christmas as opposed to now. We have numbers for that. Stuff like this always helps. So keep an iPad to have people sign in, and also to have very helpful stats, because that's going to help you stand out. What other realtor do you know that when you go to an open house, they bust out a huge iPad Pro and they start giving you stats about the market and where it's going and where it has been? So one of my things that I always take with me is an iPad. This one kind of goes without saying. I always take my business card with me. If you can, for the most part, a lot of people in their companies, they have their companies that have regular templates that all they do is pretty much slap your branding on them. But if you can, go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and speak to someone that can give you a really cool design for your business card, something that kind of helps you stand out. So whenever you hand these out, they won't look generic. They won't look like how every other business card might have. I've seen a lot of realtors who have the exact same branding. This one's not getting it. Oh, no, nothing? No? Okay. And put them on your business card so you can stand out. Have something different. Let me try one more time. Did you get it? No. There it is. This I can't go without. I don't go anywhere without my iPod. This is so valuable to me. Always carry an iPod, something that can play some music, and carry a speaker with you. Carry a speaker so you can always, something that you don't need to connect it to anywhere, you just put it anywhere on the house during your open house, and have it be able to sync with Bluetooth. So you can always play some music. The worst thing is when you go to an open house and all you hear is, you just hear footsteps, and it's deafening how quiet it is. Play some music, play something upbeat, play some Bruno Mars, something like that can be very lively. So music, always mandatory. So some of the paper marketing that I take with me is please never get print paper, that type that's very flimsy and thin, because everything is an extension of your brand. From your business cards to the paper marketing that you hand them, people will feel the quality, and that says a lot about you, because everything is an extension of you your work ethic, how much you care about your marketing. So anytime you have any sort of paper marketing, please get it in a thick stock. So I have this kind of stock. It's really good. So when you feel it, it's not flimsy. Anyways, have some flyers that talk about why they should be selling with you and why they should be using you to also purchase their home. Just some kind of really good stats on why they should be using you and your company to help them liquidate the biggest financial decision, home that they have, or why they should buy with you. So always get these double-sided so you don't have two pieces of paper. This is the cool one too. Always have an agent introductory, like kind of like a biography, like a one-page biography. Get a really cool headshot on top of you, at the top of you. And this is kind of where you get to kind of toot your horn and talk about the things that you've done, the people that you've helped, your tenure, the things that you've done, the accomplishments that you have. Talk about if maybe you were top producer in 2019 in the month of April. Things like that. So always have these handy so you can hand them to people. Sometimes people at open houses, they just come inside, get a flyer, and they leave because they're on the go. So you give them a flyer of the house and also give them an agent introductory letter so they can carry you no matter where they go. This is another staple too. So always have like a listing packet that you have with you in case you run into somebody who comes by the open house and they want to buy a home, but before they buy a home, they also have to sell the one that they have. So keep a listing packet, pretty much breaking down why your marketing is different. What kind of promotion you'll be doing for their homes, like professional photography, HD videos. Maybe talk about where you get most of your the proven results that you can get by putting their home online and giving it an incredible online exposure for their home. Maybe talk about some of the success stories that you've had, the homes that you've sold, the people that you've helped. Also at the very end, I always like to put testimonials. You get some testimonials from people that have helped you, and that says a lot. Word of mouth gets around. People that know that you can sell homes or you can help them buy a home, that says a lot because now it's not just coming from you, it's coming from someone else. So listing packet. Here's another one that's passed down to me from one of my mentors. Have a raffle at your open houses. Keep a box there. Get an Amazon gift card for like $25, $50, or if you want to go all out, $500. I would recommend. Get an Amazon gift card. Have a raffle there so people can put their information and put it in here. Gift card. So that's something that I do to really stay in touch with people, to be able to call them afterwards and do a raffle, pick a name, and give them a feel-good phone call later. That's something really helpful. These last two things I typically only do when I'm doing what's called a grand open house, which I'm sure you know, it's the first ever open house when a home is first freshly on the market and it's going to be open to the public for the first time. I take a 6-foot table and I have a customized tablecloth on top that has my branding on all 4 sides. And that's something I do. And then I also have a flat screen TV that you can put on top of the table. And you also take your laptop to connect to the TV so you can have a video of you introducing the city that you're from, maybe showing a video of a home that you sold, because people that are walking there, potential people that are sellers, you want to be able to point at the TV and say, this is the type of marketing that we do, that we can do for your home if you want to get your home sold. So something like that always helps. I have one where it's me introducing the city where I'm from in Redlands, California. And I just have that on the loop. I just have that video on the loop. So when people come in, again, you'll stand out from every other realtor. You'll have your iPad there. You'll have the TV there. You'll have a video of you promoting the city. So that really says a lot. So I do those typically on grand open houses. And they help so much. I pulled a lot of business just from doing that, because now people will see what you can do and they'll want to work with you. For the most part, that's pretty much it. I do that on all my open houses. I do my open houses almost every single weekend. And I recommend people do them too. A lot of people say open houses don't work, but most of my business comes from it. And I recommend people doing your open houses. Hopefully you guys took some really cool tips and tricks that you can implement on your open houses, because all the things that I mentioned, they work and they really help me connect with people after the open house, and you'll pretty much stand out. So be safe, and hopefully you guys have some really good successes for your open houses as well. So have a good day.